It says this is worse than getting banned. And this is in regards to the Hasan ban for 1 day, 6 minutes, and I believe 20 seconds.
Asmongold versus Hasan isn't quite like The Rock fighting John Cena, but like when John Cena shows up when you're just about to go, as Hasan desperately tries to drag down Asmongold.
Black fatigue? Oh yeah. Asmongold is entertaining the new meta of black fatigue, which is like, I'm sorry, the lamest way to be a white supremacist.
When Asmongold can easily prove Hasan wrong.
The black fatigue thing, it's not a black people problem that we're fatigued with, okay? It's what we're seeing in the media, and it's what's been happening for a long time now. The first time that people have actually probably saw this, probably during the whole Trayvon Martin thing. The Trayvon Martin thing, the thing with what's it called again? Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd. Like all the stuff's been happening, and we see this happen over and over and over again. Especially me living here in California, seeing that a lot of people who are doing these crimes are primarily black. Going into Walmart, going into CVS, Walgreens, stealing shit, stealing a bunch of stuff. As long as it's under $900, the police will not do anything about it. It's because they were told by the governor not to. And if they do catch them, it's a catch and release program. All right, this is a soft on crime program that we had for quite some time now. And thank God that people in California came to their senses and in 2024 voted that crap out. Now it's down to $45, but still, it should be $0. What makes matters worse? If you guys don't know, how much is a Glock 19 or Glock 17 cost? An average cost for a Glock 19 or Glock 17 is about $500, $599, about $600. Okay, so you're saying that if someone were to steal a gun and it's under $1,000, the cops won't go after them. Do you see how stupid that is? Like, do you see how dumb that is? Right? About $500 here in California is about $600, unfortunately. And you get the stupid California syntax, and you get the 10-round magazine garbage here, okay? So basically, you could, theoretically, like back in the day in California, you could have went into a gun store. Of course, all those people who work at the counter are all armed. But let's say if you go in, or let's say you go to a person's house, all right? You break in, you steal their firearms. Most of the firearms that are stolen are under $900. A decent AR-15, like a starting price, is about $750 to $800 MSRP. A Glock is about $500 to $600. All right, an HK VP9 is about $600 something dollars. Walther PDP is about $450 to $500 depending when you get it. Right, a Mossberg 590 is about $400 to $500. Right, and You're talking about taking a gun, and as long as it's under $900, it is perfectly legal for you to steal it. It's because they don't want to go after them. It's because they will look bad. How is that fine? How is that okay? Right? Like I've been seeing this for a long time now. My family has been seeing this since the Rodney King riots of the early 90s. I was a part of that riot. I was affected by that riot. I was a part of it, but I was affected firsthand by that riot. I've been having not black fatigue, but I've been having fatigue with preferential treatment to a specific group of people for more majority of my entire life. Since the early 90s, okay? Probably for like 34 years, 33 years now, I have seen preferential treatment to a lot of these people and has only gotten worse. This is the fatigue of a failed government, not black fatigue. This is a failed fatigue of government. It's because we do not punish these people for it. We do not freaking punish people who steal stuff. We catch them and release them. Oh, I'll be out 2 weeks from now. I'll be out tomorrow. And they freaking gloat. Throw up middle fingers to the camera knowing that they will be out the next day. Now, it's not just black fatigue. It's also talking about illegal immigrant fatigue. And that's the reason why I don't really agree with the black fatigue stuff. I understand where they're coming from, but it's not. It's the fatigue of lack of government. They're just these government people who work in politics. They're just so stupid. And it's the soft on crime thing. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it, man.
It's actually embarrassing. Like, what is this? This is crazy.
You just can't openly be racist. You have to just be like, oh, I just have black fatigue.
This is exactly why black fatigue is a thing. Black fatigue isn't a thing. Why are you literally just lying?
As this isn't even the first time Hasan has tried to spread lies about Asmongold.
Asmongold on top.
The crazy thing is that he enables it. He is an enabler. All right. Now, the crazy thing is, remember the whole content, what's it called, content nuke drama with Ethan Klein, like a month or so ago. He said, I don't moderate. I can't moderate my chat. I can't moderate everyone. If you go into Hasan's chat and type in the name Nux, Nuxanor, or Nuxtaku, it immediately gets banned. Okay, your account immediately gets permabanned from his channel. So, yeah. This guy lying through his teeth. All right? And there was so I made a video last night about how Hasan got unbanned after a day. All right, and I don't blame Hasan for it, right? He's an idiot. He can do whatever he wants, right? I blame Twitch. I blame Dan Clancy for that kind of stuff. I blame him. It's because he enables it. He allows it to happen. He platforms these people. And it's just like it's such hypocrisy. And one person in the comments said, Hasan, I shit you not. They said that Hasan is a patriot. I'm like, you can't be a patriot while being a commie. You just can't. It does not go hand in hand. And I'm sorry. All right. If you know, now maybe he's a patriot to people in Palestine. Maybe he's a patriot to the people that he sympathizes over, like the people, the Houthis, Hamas, or any other of these terrorist organizations. But an American patriot? Really?
Bro, Asmongold thinks dudes that look like you should perish from the national borders of this country. He's like, Asmongold be like, you're close enough in San Diego. Might as well move to the other side of the border. And this,
as he constantly frames Asmongold as a racist.
India had Gandhi. It's the country of peace and harmony. Asmongold had a fairly balanced take. Dude.
The fact that this guy in his chat said that Asmongold had a fairly balanced take. Look, he immediately pulls this guy up. He pulls him up and he's like, he's gonna freaking, spout his, whatever commie mind virus he has, right? Now, the thing is, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows he can get away with it. He is the golden child of Twitch. He's the golden child and nothing will ever happen. Nothing ever bad will happen to him. And the reason why Asmongold is living rent-free in Hasan's communist brain is because Hasan has been doing political commentary. He's not a gamer, by the way. He's been doing political commentary for a long time now. A good amount of time. He's been doing this, right? He was on what's called the Young Turks with his uncle Cenk Uygur, and now he sort of popped off of himself. He generated a good fan base that likes the stuff that he spouts, whether you like it or not. He has a fan base. He has every right to say whatever he does as long as it's not a call to violence like he did with Tim Scott or anything that is illegal, right? This is fine. I don't care. But the thing is, reason why he's pissed off of Asmongold, because after Asmongold was banned for 2 weeks by basically calling out the Sharia law and how he does not agree with it, he got banned for 2 weeks. He issued an apology, came back, completely sort of revamped the content that he streams. He leaned heavily into politics. Asmongold has been doing this for less than a year and has garnered almost more than doubled Hasan's viewership. That's the reason why Hasan is pissed off. It's not because like he doesn't like Asmongold, is because of whatever reason. They actually were friends. They've done live streams together on Steak and Eggs before. They know each other in real life. And most of the time, they do somewhat agree with one another because they're both, in a way, liberal. But Hasan, on the other hand, cannot begin to even understand why does this guy, who barely started talking about politics, is getting almost double the amount of viewerships that I have. And that's the reason why he's pissed off, right? Why are people watching him? What's going on? Of course, that's the reason why his entire live stream right now is dedicated to understanding why Asmongold is doing so much better than he is. Hasan's average view count, if you guys don't know, before, it's about 40 to 50,000. Quite a lot of people watch him. Right now, it's about like 25 to 27, maybe 30. But Asmongold, whenever he goes live, he gets a minimum of like 50,000 to about 60,000. And today, when I was watching Asmongold just for a little bit, Asmongold had about 52. Hasan had about 27. How does that make Hasan feel? The fact that he's been doing this for a long time, and a person that comes in under a year outperforms you. And if you actually Google his name, Asmongold, he's like number 8 in terms of all A's. Like you're typing in A, right? For A for search. And this pisses him to no end. That's the reason why it hurts him a lot. That's the reason why Asmongold is living rent-free in his head. Because he's fucking pissed off.
Asmongold would literally laugh at you being ethnically if you're Indian, okay? He thinks brown are inferior. What the are you talking about?
No, what he said was he thinks that the people who believe in Sharia law are inferior. And that's the reason why Asmongold got banned off of Twitch, is because he said that. That's the reason why Asmongold got banned. Not because you're Indian, all right? That's pretty racist, okay? That's pretty freaking racist, all right? This is wild.
So between the fatigue comment, the comments about Mexicans and Indians, all within
I
what
ate
seems
Burger
to be a
King?
month, this just looks like
You ate a
projection
Whopper?
more than anything. As I've watched a fair bit of Asmongold streams recently, and I've never seen him bring up race against anybody. So
Yep.
Hasan's constant projection seems more like a self-confession more than anything. But it's a
That is true. I do watch some Asmongold. And when I say some, like I usually have him on in the background when I'm working, right? So, and I have never once heard Asmongold being racist, actually like legit being racist to a certain group of people. The only time I've ever seen Asmongold go after a group of people are usually fat Karens, which is based.
the least of Hasan's worries, as what happened in DC put all eyes on Hasan, especially when he seemed to almost cover for him.
I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the is so crazy that it's like you could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident at
Wait. Why is Hasan sort of like going back and forth in a way of sort of not defending and defending this guy at the same time? What he did was clearly wrong. He killed 2 people. What? You should be condemning this. And this is the reason, and these are the people that like, I'm not sure if that guy watches Hasan. He probably does. But the thing is that you should have a, you know, in the back of your mind, a better responsibility to your chat and not be hyperbolic. All right? Don't be hyperbolic. It's because someone in your chat, maybe an 11-year-old or 12-year-old, or maybe whoever, how old that dude is, might consider what you say and take that into action. The whole Tim Scott thing. Yes, you're being hyperbolic, but some people in your chat probably don't know that shit. Same thing with the guy who shot those two people in DC. You should fully condemn this person.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions. And maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken.
As when Hasan read the manifesto, even when on emoji-only mode, his live chat seemed to support him.
Yep.
But that shouldn't be surprising, as Hasan has been known specifically for this for a while. And after those murders took place, everyone knew Hasan was screwed, as he would either need to call the killer out for being evil and alienate the audience that he's cultivated that supports it, or he doubles down and goes easy on the shooter, making it look like he supports it himself. Either way, he's losing. But after Hasan's Saturday stream, he was banned off Twitch, where he shared it was over his improper handling of propaganda, as obviously Pepsi and Disney don't want their advertisements played between clips of Hasan talking about false flags, how the guy was genuine in his actions, and reading the manifesto while hearts get spammed in the chat. But
that is absolutely crazy, and that's the reason why you gotta know. But like, here's the thing, he's a very polarizing streamer. Okay, and whether you like it or not, he is a big content creator. He is he's one of the biggest communist streamer out there. Like one of the biggest socialist communist, like I guess you personalities out there. And you know you have anywhere between 20 to 40,000 people watching you at any given time when you're live. You should know that if you say something, some people might take your word seriously and go out and do atrocities. Do you not know? I'm going to bring it up again. Transitive property. Transitive property, okay? You say something, oh, this person, so-and-so, wouldn't someone get rid of this person for me? Right? Of course, people don't know whether or not you're being sarcastic, hyperbolic. I'm not sure if he follows up, don't do that. I'm being sarcastic. I'm being hyperbolic. I'm not sure if he's ever said that or done anything like that. But someone in your chat might think that, hey, if I did that, I might get praised by our leader, Hasan. I might get praised for it. He might pull me up and say, yo, I'm cool. Hey, you're exactly like Luffy from One Piece, right? And that transitive property carries to you. All right. So basically, if you did it, you think that it's so. I just think that he just says whatever he wants to say on top of his head, knowing that he's not going to get in trouble for it because him and Dan Clancy's are like butt buddies, and him and Diddy are like really, really good friends. And he's actually been to a Diddy party. And the fact that he says that old enough to count, old enough to mount. And the fact that he's also been to a brothel that's actually had known human trafficking. Like I said, nothing will happen to him. He is the golden child of Twitch. And in order for people to not, say crazy things online anymore, like the stuff that Hasan says, that he's been banned 6 times already, the repercussions need to be severe. A month banned. But nope. Just like clockwork. A day at most. And on his day off, too.
It doesn't really mean anything when apparently the ban
Don't bring
was just
Luffy
for
into
24
this.
hours,
Sorry.
essentially just giving him Sunday off. Where Asmongold chimes in, stating it's more of a reward than a punishment, as it just gives him more attention. And Grums calls out how being mean to someone on Twitch gets you a 2-week ban. Asmongold got a 2-week ban, and this will all come back to bite Twitch in the near future, as it seems it already is, with some people reporting a 50% reduction in ad revenue, while others report a 75% cut, now considering moving to other platforms.
The adpocalypse is for
Hasan says the
reals.
same.
Let's say you pressure institutions hard enough that Twitch actually enforces some sort of ban, okay? And then what? I go on YouTube, I start my, I continue live streaming on YouTube. YouTube is not going to take these kinds of pressures seriously.
Well, here's the thing. YouTube is actually extremely more harsh and more, they are more, I guess they're more strict than Twitch is. You can actually play third-party music, like from like popular like singers and like bands, and you won't get in trouble for it. Your channel won't get taken down for it. However, if you do that on YouTube, your channel will be automatically flagged or even taken down, and you'll get demonetized. So he clearly has not streamed on YouTube before. Twitch is extremely lenient compared to YouTube. YouTube is actually extremely more harsh and more strict. And after 3 times, you're out. You've been banned on Twitch 6 times now, and you've came back stronger. And that's the reason why you won't leave Twitch, because you know that nothing will really happen to you. So if you go to YouTube and stream there, you will probably get scrutinized a lot more in terms of your stuff, because there's a 3-strike rule. Now, the next thing that he could go to that will actually have the same leniency as Twitch is Kick. But I'm not sure if he's willing to go to Kick is because of his principles, because he actually talked a lot of crap about Kick when Kick really popped off and got Amaranth and XQC. So yeah, Hasan is the only reason Twitch hasn't collapsed yet. Yeah, because they bring in a lot of communist and socialist money. But I'm not sure where the communist and socialist money coming from. He is a champagne socialist, so I'm not sure.
For one, this guy already destroyed Twitch revenue, so don't come over to YouTube to do the same, as I, like many people, could not survive a sudden 75% pay cut. I got a sick cat that just turned 15.
The adpocalypse is real.
Expensive prescription-grade cat food. But also, Hasan has no idea how much more censorship he would face on this platform versus the platform that lets him get away with essentially everything, as I'm convinced.
Yeah, do you remember the whole thing with like Pokimane just sitting there, not saying anything, and just watching Hell's Kitchen? And what's it called again? When Hasan would like watch a video about like I don't know, it might have been Hell's Kitchen or something like that. And he's like, "Bro, that's crazy," and he leaves the room for like 20 minutes. You will get immediately flagged. Immediately, your stream will get taken down, and you get demonetized, and you'll probably get a strike for it too at the same time. So it will be worse. Now, here's the thing. The adpocalypse probably won't affect my channels because my channel is a no-name channel. No one really cares about my channel. The fact that I still have 100 of you guys just hanging out is freaking insane. But yeah, man. Now, Smash JT got second strike for showing Alana Pierce's knees. Yeah, didn't it look like boobs? Can you guys DM me that? So I just want to make sure. I wish they could use the proper term at Twitch. He's being suspended, not banned. Yeah, he basically got suspended for like a day, and the suspension was on his day off, anyways.
Since Twitch prioritizes spreading propaganda,
you guys care?
In ad dollars.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I actually do appreciate you guys being here.
Would probably fizzle out his career even faster, as even with Twitch's front page features, Hasan slips even farther behind.
Yeah, this is what I've been talking about.
Calls it out. Hasan just doesn't drive viewership.
No, but Hasan has not built up that credibility to have any draw doing anything else. That's why when he comes on the OTK streams, the viewership barely changes by maybe 1,000 viewers. Where are all of Hasan's 40,000 viewers coming over to watch NMP's game day?
Yep.
They didn't show up.
I've said this before.
That's true. Big Egg is correct.
Whatever viewership you get with a front page feature on any platform is your absolute cap. So
I care about you and your channel, Pedro Chan. Thank you. Thanks, chat.
Wouldn't be surprised if Hasan moved off platform without the insane levels of support he gets from Twitch to only average a couple thousand live viewers. So that's why Hasan acts like Asmongold's ex, constantly acting out, just hoping he'll acknowledge him.
Oh man, that does really sounds like my crazy ex-girlfriend. Oh my god. That is wild. I see it now, man. Oh man, you know, I just can't get you out of my head.
And say a collective thank you to the government for keeping us safe.
Shut the f up, you cockroach. Oh my god. What a disgusting little creature this is, okay? Would you debate him? Yes, but he runs away from that sort of thing because he knows he would be humiliated because...
No, here's the thing. We all saw the debate between Ethan Klein and Hasan Piker, and Hasan Piker crashed out so hard. He started screaming. Like, he started freaking yelling uncontrollably. Just so as long as he's louder, he's more correct. Here's the thing. I've seen Asmongold debate people before, live on his stream. I've seen him talk to Tectone. I've seen him talk to, there was another chatter that came in, and he also talked to, what's it called again? Ratsu, right? The Genshin Impact Asian guy. Yeah. Like, I have never seen Asmongold lose his temper when he's talking to someone. I've only seen Asmongold lose his temper when he's playing games and when he's dying alive. When he's playing WoW or he's playing Elden Ring, he bangs his head on a table or whatever, right? But I've never once seen Asmongold crash out on somebody. So, however, I have seen it with Hasan when he had that debate and he clearly got destroyed. Is because whenever you're yelling and screaming incoherently like a little child, you have lost the debate. So yeah, I would love to see an Asmongold Hasan debate. Now here's the thing. Like Asmongold I don't think he really has any ill will towards Hasan. He just think that this drama between them is sort of stupid. But on the other hand, Hasan does not like Asmongold. And here's another thing. The fact that CNN called Hasan a gamer really puts... It's very disrespectful to actual gamers. All right? Myself, what's it called again? I'm not sure. You guys consider Smash JT a gamer, right? What's it called? Hypnotic, Vera Dark, Asmongold, Tectone. Hasan doesn't really play video games. He's a political commentator.
Because all he can do is just like chirp from his hug box, and that's it.
Which Asmongold has zero use for.
Because he knows he would be humiliated because...
I don't debate people. I don't argue with people for any reason. Don't do it with anybody.
Exactly. Like I said, I've never seen Asmongold yell at a person. He only yells at a game. Okay, when he dies, he gets frustrated playing games. Yeah, he yells. I've like legit.
all he can do is just like chirp from his hug box, and that's it. And it is what it is.
Isn't that what Destiny says about you?
That's why I don't consider this a rivalry as much as a charity. Because sadly, an influencer's career is oftentimes based off of
it's an
relevance,
Ouroboros.
and nothing makes you more relevant than a public beef with a larger creator.
You played
Just
Monopoly
look at how
years
the
ago, that's true.
H3 Hasan debate ended up with Ethan averaging more concurrent viewers than Hasan, as everybody's too entrenched in their own beliefs to acknowledge an objective winner. So it doesn't matter if you look like an idiot shouting Ethan and the word racist over and over, you've still managed to regain relevance.
That is true, man. I actually felt bad for Hasan during that debate. He sounded so whiny. He's just trying to get his words across, is because he was getting like destroyed by facts. He couldn't answer the questions that Ethan was giving him. He looks like he didn't know why he was there. And he just, you know what? I need to be the loud person. I need to be right. And my ilk will follow me. And like, he completely got destroyed. I don't like either of them. Like for me, I don't really care too much about either of them either. But if I'm going to say who clearly won, it's Ethan.
The problem being, this time he's gaining relevance for the wrong reasons, as Zach highlights how people like Hasan are actually holding back the entire liberal movement.
Until the far left admits that they have a major problem with anti-Semitism, I have phrased this won't be resolved. Yes, exactly. Like, this is the big issue, is that it is impossible for them to admit that they have a problem. It is impossible. Yep. They cannot and refuse to admit that they have a single problem with.
These NPCs will never admit that. It's because if they ever admit that, their whole like moral compass, or if they do even have one, or their whole reality completely just shatters. They basically built their lies and whatever they think is true in their eyes with a house of cards, right? And any type of confrontation, they will just fucking collapse. And that's how it is. Like, I've seen a lot of NPCs online, you know, it's like, why do you hate this person? And then you give them a lot, like, give them facts, and then it's like, oh, well, they actually did this, so you're wrong. I was like, well, they actually, like, the whole thing with the whole Trump thing, right? The whole Trump thing with the, well, actually, Trump praised the neo-Nazis and the neocons, the white supremacists. I was like, no, you're talking about there are good people on both sides things. Like, yeah, he did that. I was like, did you watch the entire video? And he's like, no. And then you tell them what happened, or you even show them. And when you do tell them, they're like, no, he didn't say that. And then when you show them, they don't want to watch it. It's because that will completely shatter their reality. The whole, you know, like, I condemn them totally, right? Neo-Nazis and white supremacists, I condemn them totally. And once you explain them to them, like, they're either their friends come up and say, oh, interview is over, they don't want to talk about it. Or the second thing that always happens, they attack the interviewer. It's always like that. These NPCs are always like this.
And that's it.
With Tectone pointing out how it also holds Twitch back.
I'm so worried that if this behavior isn't addressed, if this isn't punished fully, there's no way I would be going to TwitchCon this year. I would be horrified. I would feel so uncomfortable existing, knowing how many people of that convention are consuming this content.
Oh, you're talking about, Big Egg is talking about, like, TwitchCon. If Hasan goes, a bunch of his leftist, socialist, communist people will be there too. You probably will get attacked. Yeah. That's wild, man. Holy shit. Yo, take it easy, Tommy Halter. Take care, man.
I absolutely would not go.
Which brings up a much larger issue. Why would you want to go to a huge in-person convention just to be around the people in Hasan's live chat? And the more the mainstream starts to notice Hasan's insane antics, the harder it'll be for Twitch to scrub his stink off of their brand. And then I don't know what'll hurt Hasan more, getting booted off the platform or handing over his crown to a Roach King.
I don't think Hasan will let that go down.
Why doom scroll on social media all day when you have my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality? So subscribe to Decoy Voice.
Yeah, this video is good, man. Decoy Voice is always really good. I love his stuff. Am I subscribed to him? I think I am, right? No, I'm not. Shit. Okay, here it is. Subscribe. There it is. That's a good video. It's a good video. Here it is. Here it is. I ignored your comment. Give me a second. Here it is. There is a thing right over there. There it is. There it is. But yeah. But what makes matters worse? Did you guys know that when Hasan came back, on the first thing that he posted on X says, "I'm back, bitches. I lived, bitches." Right? And what makes matters worse? If you actually go to Hasan's, Twitch, all right, make sure there's no music. If you actually go to his Twitch and you go to his VODs, he has 2.9 million followers, a lot of people, okay? If you go to his VODs, he removed all of them. If you said nothing wrong, if what you said was fair, true, and just, why did you remove all your VODs? Why did you remove all your VODs? So that is actually a funny thing. And I believe earlier today too, I believe it was an invite only to Hasan's private Discord. You cannot just join, you have to get invited. So why is that? Maybe he was trying to purge a lot of the bad shit that was in there. Maybe he was, but this is actually pretty funny. But yes, subscribe to Decoy Voice. Yes. If you guys subscribe to him, you will stop Asian hate, and you will definitely, what's it called again? Stop Asian hate for sure. 100%. But there it is. There's the video. Go ahead and check it out.